and welcome back to BookTube with Amy. Today is going to be a book review of Bookshops and Bonedust by Travis Baldree. So right off the bat, can I tell you that this has been one of my most anticipated releases for the year. I read Legends and Lattes last year as part of Indie August and loved it, and then I think I spoke to absolutely everybody I knew about it for about 6 months after I read it. It was just one of the most phenomenal books I've ever read. Like, I was just really getting into my cozy mystery vibes, so the fact that Travis Baldree came out with a cozy fantasy, I was like, wow, this is the ultimate genre that I didn't know I needed. And now, like, I have been on the hunt for more and more cozy fantasies because it's just something that I find immensely enjoyable. So when I found out that he was writing another book in the world, I knew I was going to need it like right away, and I was so happy and so lucky to manage to get an ERK on NetGalley. Was actually buzzing, like dancing about like a dafty when I got my email through to say I had been approved for it, and obviously started reading it right away. So this is going to be a spoiler free review. I didn't want to get into the details of anything plot wise and give anything away because the book obviously hasn't been released yet at time of filming. So I'm just going to give you sort of a brief summary of the book and then what my thoughts on it were. So we're with Viv when she is younger and she is still a mercenary, and she has an accident during a battle, which means she needs to be left in a wee town to recover for a bit while the band of mercenaries continue on their mission, and then they are going to double back for her. And so we're just with Viv in this cute wee seaside town while she is trying to heal for a leg injury. She ends up exploring the town on one of her first days there, and she finds this wee sort of a run-down, decrepit looking bookshop, and she decides that she is going to go in even though she isn't a big reader. So Fern, the owner of the bookshop, and Viv form a bit of an unlikely friendship, and Viv decides that she is going to spend her days recovering in this bookshop and just getting to know some of the local townspeople. Can I also tell you, this isn't really a plot spoiler, but it might be. It's no significant plot spoiler, but there's a bakery beside the bookshop, and I just feel like if there was a bakery that I really loved beside my local bookshop, like, I might never be home. And I really enjoyed that element of it because it felt like you were still sort of getting like the bakery element for Legends and Lattes like in here, and although we aren't talking about like the recipes and stuff as much as we were in Legends and Lattes, like, we're still getting that wee bit of bakery sweetness, and I just really liked that. I felt like it was a really nice sweet Easter egg in there as well, and it just made it feel comforting in the same way that Legends and Lattes was. So first of all, I just want to talk about my overall views on the book. I thoroughly loved it, in case you can't tell for how like buzzing my face is. I really enjoyed this. I actually took it quite slow because when I got the arc through, like, I did just want to binge it right away, but I decided against that and I took it a wee bit slower so that I could really enjoy it and like no read it all in a day basically. But it was really great. I wasn't sure going into it whether or not it was going to live up to Legends and Lattes, just because I'm like quite a pessimist, and so I'm always a wee bit dubious when I go into a sequel or a prequel to a book that I really loved, because I didn't know if it's going to quite hit the same. This definitely did. I really did enjoy this. So we obviously are with Viv, and we're with Viv when she's younger, so she's still a mercenary at this time. So she's a very different Viv for the Viv that we have gotten to know in Legends and Lattes. However, it almost enriched my experience of Legends and Lattes because we got like a more rounded view of Viv as a character, and we didn't just get to see her in this place at this time. We've now went back and we've got to see who she was in her youth, and I really loved it. It was written in that way. Like, I can't believe this book has really made my enjoyment of the first one like so much more, because I feel like I've got to know Viv a lot better, and so I feel like although I was rooting for her and I loved her when I read Legends and Lattes originally, seeing what she's been through here and sort of who she was and where her head was, like, I almost want that more for her. And I just think that that is written so brilliantly, like, and props to Travis Baldree because that takes some skill. But it was really fun to be with a different side of Viv, and I really loved that. and I loved just getting to see her character in a different light and getting to experience some different stuff with her. Excellent. And then the side characters in here. I really loved the side characters in Legends and Lattes, and I am a side character kind of gal. I feel like the side characters really do make or break a book for me. If the main protagonist is a wee bit annoying or whatever, like I can cope, as long as there are other side characters that I really enjoy and I'm invested in their stories. But if the main protagonist is a bit guff and the side characters are a bit guff, I'm usually going to bow out. And I really loved the side characters in Legends and Lattes. It really did feel like a wee friendly community, and by the end of the book I felt like I was their pal, and that is always like the marker of a brilliant book for me, I say, is when I went away and I feel like they are my pals. It's a 5-star. I've absolutely loved everything about it, and I've really connected to the characters, and I have to say this lived up. I really enjoyed the side characters in here. There was one in particular, Satchel, who I just loved, and I'm not going to say anything about Satchel because I obviously don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but if Satchel got their own book, I'm just saying I'd definitely buy it, like, for sure. I thought that it was brilliant, and we get quite a mix of characters in here, both like who they are and like just their character types and what their dreams and their hopes are and how we get to know them, and I really loved that. I feel like the character development here was absolutely superb. I feel like maybe the character development in this one was actually a wee bit better than Legends and Lattes, because I feel like the side characters in here got their own development as well. Whereas in Legends and Lattes it was very much Viv's story and we got to see her character development, and the other side characters were just along for the ride, even though they were brilliant. I feel like this one was next level. It was just absolutely phenomenal, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. The plot in here was great. I feel like it's slightly more high stakes than Legends and Lattes, but that makes sense given that Viv is still young and she is still a mercenary, so we are getting to know her sort of exciting bits of life, and you know, it wouldn't be right for it to be 100% cosy. However, definitely cosy vibes, and you know, the bookshop scenes here, cosy. There are like so many scenes reading by a fire, immensely cosy. It was just excellent. Honestly, I would encourage everybody to pick this up if you like Legends and Lattes. If you've never read Legends and Lattes and you wanted to give Travis Baldree a go, I would recommend picking this up as well. You could definitely read this and then go into Legends and Lattes, or the other way around, however you see fit. I just thought it was fantastic and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a 5-star read for me. No shocks or surprises there, and I can't wait to get it out so that I can have a physical copy on my shelf, because it was just brilliant. This book felt like a cosy warm hug, just like the first one did, and it was exactly what I needed. So hopefully you decide to go check it out as well. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying everything you're reading at the moment. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!